Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone has been having a fantastic day. If you didn't see my recent post, I'm sure you're hearing it in my voice right now. The flu is absolutely dominating my soul. So if I sound quite disgusting, that's what we can turn our pitchforks on, the modern flu. But regardless of that, we are back with another Nova Online breakdown video. Nova's been back to grinding recently. And what I mean by this is he is grinding calorically. The most recent TikToks that I'm going over today are going to be the ones where Nova's talking about food, he's eating food, trying new drinks, and overall just having a grand old time stuffing down his calories. And this, it kind of confuses me because what we've been seeing in his most recent videos is that he's lost some weight, which is, that's good for Nova. You're finally trimming down some, which, is necessary for your health, your height and weight. I'm sure there was nothing good to come of it being that, huge. So the fact that you finally took it on yourself to shave off a bit of weight, that's a good thing. But of course, we know with Nova, whenever he does something good, it either doesn't last long or he does something really bad right after it. And if he's already giving up on losing weight by how much food he's been throwing back, that wouldn't be very shocking. But regardless of that, let's get into the first TikTok where Nova is reviewing a cold-pressed 7-Eleven fruit drink. This isn't a bad thing to review, getting in your fruits and all the necessary vitamins and nutrients you get from fruits that he lists out, It always just gets to me when Nova is so adamant at the fact that he doesn't eat trash all day. Like he does something that's so minute, like drinking a healthier drink option, and he expects roses for it. Like when he was taking showers, something that people do so regularly on a normal basis, and he expects the entire internet to just forgive what he's done and start clapping for him. Like, no, Nova, that's not gonna happen. But go ahead with your review on your fruit drink.
7-Eleven has cold-pressed juices? Let's try these out because I've never seen cold-pressed juice at a gas station before. So from what I've heard, there is 4 different flavors of their juice. This one is the Tropical Glow, which has pineapple, orange, banana, apple, mango, passion fruit, and coconut. So I'm very looking forward to trying this. They've got a green juice, they've got a tropical juice, they've got a berry juice, and they got a strawberry banana juice. And I've got a code for a free one in my 7-Eleven app, so... Okay, let's try it. Let's give it first impressions. Oh, it smells exactly like a mango smoothie.
Did Brody just bust right there after sniffing that drink because it reminded him of a mango smoothie? You'll hear him say this after the video comes back on, but the drink's got 49 grams of sugar, which is pretty crazy. Even with the no added sugars part, 49 grams is still kind of wild. So in Nova's quest to be healthy, he's still being unhealthy, which, it's not a surprising notion. I'm sure I didn't knock anyone's socks off after you guys heard that, but it's still really goofy when this planet-sized moron tries to stand on like a pedestal of healthiness when he does these reviews.
Very quick look at the macros. There is 49 grams of sugar, but no added sugars, so that's good. Let's try this out. Diboja. Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord! This is some of the best shit I've ever drank.
Another quick pause, just to show y'all truly how much of this goober enjoyed this drink if you can't already tell. This right here was the caption of the video. I mean, these jokes really write themselves. I feel like this is low-hanging fruit right here, but Nova, how are you just so blind to everything? You can't sit here and tell anyone that you don't understand why you're a lolcow. You are generally the embodiment of internet degeneracy.
From a fucking gas station? This shit is fucking incredible. 7-Eleven, bravo. I've been a 7-Eleven stand for a long time, and this takes the cake. This is one of my absolute favorite items from 7-Eleven. Now onto this date. I think this has to deserve a 25, or better yet, that's not enough, a 6-7 out of 10. A 67 out of 10. This is how fucking good this juice is. If you have a 7-Eleven near you, get this shit. It's incredible. No Fun Universe, signing off.
Boo. You are so cringe. No one is ever laughing with you, Tubby. You're just getting laughed at, Nova. Bro hit us with a 6-7, expecting the roof to fly off with laughter. Dude, get some self-respect, please, Nova. So you can see this review is overall fine. It's not great by any metric, but it is, more energetic than he has been in the past for some reason. Maybe it's because his diapers showed up and he was really hype. I'm not really certain why the change in attitude, but regardless of that, let's move on to his next TikTok. In this TikTok, Nova asks his community, which, it's a lack for a better word, word. This dude doesn't have a community that supports him. The community that surrounds Nova is just people throwing tomatoes and shooting spitballs at him. But regardless, he asks his fans what they get in their McDonald's coffee order, which, again, shocker, shocker, he is asking for more calorie-dense items to get and more ways to waste his money. We know Nova very well for doing these two things, extremely well. He's at the crescendo. He's at the peak of his existence, wasting money and getting really high calorie-dense foods. You just really can't be surprised anymore. But let me play the video for y'all, and we'll come back together as a class to talk about it.
Hey, 18 plus fans. If anyone actually orders coffee from Mickey D's, what do you order? Because I want to try my followers' McDonald's coffee orders. So, let me know. I'm genuinely curious, and I'm really looking forward to this series.
Another fucking series. How can he even keep track at this point? Well, actually, I'm quite confident that he doesn't, because he's made more series than there are, Fortnite seasons. Some of which he doesn't even start. Like the Hot Honey series, never started that one. He's got the Arizona Tea series that lasted 3 episodes. He's got his paracords, which come and go. The Bowling Alley Eats he did for 2-3 episodes. Fuck, there's so much that this dude tries to start and never continues with. Which brings me to the fact of no one would ever watch this dude if he wasn't constantly involved with controversies. Literally ever. He is so scrambled and scatterbrained, he never understands how to publish content efficiently. So if you put aside all the diaper shit and him talking to underage people, which you never should do, but for the perspective of straight content wise, there's nothing there. He can't stick to things. He promises his audience that engages with him 50 different things just for him to never follow through on them. I don't know if we'll ever truly see the last of Nova on the internet. I feel like he's always going to be there trying to push his content on any platform he can. Even most recently, he posted a video on YouTube where he was playing his Switch or something outside, and he was talking about how his dream was to get a silver play button on YouTube. So I can't ever see Nova leaving the cyberspace. It's just rooted in his DNA at this point. But we press on. We got another food review that Nova put out of him reviewing Dairy Queen, which he was reviewing a chicken basket from Dairy Queen. And I don't know about y'all, but I've never had Dairy Queen's food. Never have I went in there and was craving anything more than just ice cream, and it's honestly been years since I even went for that. But if I'm missing out on the food, let me know down in the comments. But we have Nova reviewing some high-calorie fried chicken insides. You'll also see him guzzling down a Dr. Pepper, as we usually see, but let's get into it.
Excuse my hair, I just got out of the shower, but Dairy Queen came out with a new sweet chili sauce and tossed chicken strip basket, and today I'm gonna give it a try. Let's first start off with the drink. I got a Dr. Pepper. Perfect amount of carbonation and syrup ratio. It's great. 10 out of 10. Now onto the basket. Let's first start off with the Texas toast. Nice and buttery. It's just absolute perfection. Now let's try the fries.
Do y'all see what I'm talking about? We're almost a minute in here and we've gotten so little. I've watched food reviewers all the time. They do a fantastic job of, explaining what the food is, where it came from, how it was made, what their individual ratings are on, certain things of the food on a particular scale. All we get from this lard ass is nice, good syrup to carbonation rating. It's so painfully lazy. He doesn't even try to make his content palatable. All he does when he reviews food is, give it a 2 to 3 word sentence, if you can even call it that, of either good or bad. He gives it no scale and no rationale why. It's just lazy garbage.
Dairy Queen fries are normally a hit or miss for me. These are a hit. Absolutely crunchy, perfectly salted, and yeah, I wish they were like that every time. Now time for the sweet chili chicken strips. Now let's try the tender with a little bit of ranch. The perfect amount of spice in that sweet chili. It's not too spicy, it's not too sweet, it's just perfect. Although I think I prefer it without the ranch though. So, is this more justified than the honey barbecue and original strips? I would say yes, but the original strips with the gravy are better. But the sweet chili alone is the best. Out of all 3 alone. Anyways, Nova Universe, signing off.
Yeah, lazy, uninspiring trash. That's really all you can say about Nova's content, in a nutshell. His week of gobbling down food, which I shouldn't actually call it a week because it's more of a daily thing. He reviews food quite often, but for my videos, it's based on a collection of his videos throughout the week that he posts. But with that, I am out of here. Apologies once again for the voice. The flu sucks major ass. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody, but I still wanted to get a video out for y'all while I'm currently rotting. I just got a metric ton of medication for my current, self, so hopefully I'll be back up to speed because Nova's got some real funny shit to cover in next week's video. But I am out of here. I hope to see y'all in the next one. Deuces.